Hello, this is Professor Plyman. Welcome back to Comp 1. Today we're going to be talking about your book review. Obviously, you can find all of this information in our online classroom, but sometimes I know it helps to hear it out loud. So let's talk about this project. So you're going to be writing a book review for this assignment. A book review not only tells you what a book is about, but also whether or not it achieves what it's trying to do. So it's more than a summary of the content, even though that's in there, but it's also a critical analysis of the book and your reactions to it. So let's talk about how you're going to organize this essay. In the introduction, I want you to give me some key background on your book, including the title, the author, the date of the publication, the publisher, the number of pages, and the type of book that it is. This book review is going to be over the book that we all read together this semester. So obviously we all know what book it is and we've all read it together, but this is just in general a good idea to provide for your reader in a book review. The next thing that you're going to do in your introduction is give me a brief overview of the theme and the purpose of the book. What was the theme of the book and why did the author write it? And then the last thing that you're going to give me in your introduction is your thesis. Your thesis is going to include your topic, your stance, and your roadmap. Your topic is obviously the book, the name of the book. Please name it in your thesis. The stance is whether or not you felt like the book was successful at whatever you think the author's purpose was. And then your roadmap is going to be the body sections that you're going to cover. So for this book review, it's going to be your summary of the book and your analysis of the book's success. And then, just like all of your other essays, please make sure you underline your thesis. Then your body sections come next, and your body is going to have two main components. This is going to include a summary of the book. Hopefully you've been taking good notes as we've worked through it this semester. And then your evaluation of the book. So your summary is going to include key points in the book. You're going to paraphrase information. You don't have to be super explicit of all of the things that happen in the book, but just kind of a general overview of what the book was about. Please include some short quotes from the text, especially if you feel like they're poignant or the author does a good job of sharing a piece of information. And then your evaluation is your opinion of the book. Was the book easy to read? Was it confusing? Was it interesting and entertaining? Was it instructive? Or did you hate the book? Does the author support their arguments well? What was the book's greatest strengths and weaknesses? Who would you recommend the book to? Feel free to answer any and all of these questions. Just kind of general overall, what was your opinion of the book? What did the author set out to do, and do you feel like they did a good job? Obviously, there's a huge difference in a book that's meant to purely entertain versus a book that's meant to teach a lesson. So what do you think the author was trying to do, and did they do a good job with that? And then in your conclusion, you can sort of share your overall thoughts on the book. What did you learn? Has the book impacted your understanding of its topic? The introduction and the body sections are going to be written in third person in reference to the book, but feel free to use first person in your conclusion. This is where you're going to get personal and you're going to say, I loved this book because, or I hated this book because, or however you really felt about it. And then, of course, just like all conclusions, make sure that you go ahead and restate your thesis. So here's just a little essay checklist for your book review. Make sure you gave background information about the book in your introduction. Make sure you underline your thesis. Make sure you have a body section that covers the summary of the book and a body section that covers your evaluation of the book. And please make sure those sections are written in third person. And then make sure your conclusion shares what you've learned from the book. This is where you can write in third person. This essay needs to be at least 500 words. You need to use quotes from the book in your essay. And you need to have a works cited page that lists your book. You are not required to use any outside sources for this essay other than the book that you are reviewing. But if you did use additional outside sources, you need to make sure that they're on your works cited page. essay requirements, 500 words minimum, and MLA formatted essay. If you have questions about this, feel free to ask them in our online classroom or send me an email and let me know, or you can always stop by office hours. Have a great day.